side. You cannot run the race if you spend more time talking to everybody else and no time talking to God. That's too much weight. You need to lay it aside. And whatever weight or sin might be for you, if it keeps you from being your best self, if it slows you down as you try to serve the Lord, you need to lay it aside. And if you really want God to use you tonight, you really desire to have power with men, if you really want your light to shine, you got to lay aside every weight and sin that so easily beset you. Let us strip off anything that slows us down and holds us back. Lay aside those things that wrap themselves around us and trip us up along the way. Lay aside every weight and every sin that so easily beset us. But that's not all that the Hebrew writer said. He said that you've got to run the race that is set before you. And the problem with that, beloved, is that we don't often get to choose our own race. Notice he said, run the race that God has given you. Don't try to run my race. I'm having a hard enough time trying to run it myself. You need to concern yourself about your own race. And maybe the reason life isn't getting any better for you is because you're busy trying to run somebody else's race. Get in your own lane and stay in your own lane and run the race that is set before you. And when you run your race, you'll find that there are some dark places that you've got to run through. And there are some hills that you're going to have to climb. But the writer says, run on, my child, the race that is set before you. The story is told of a man who ran 3 years for an office that he was trying to get elected to. He ran for the office in business in 1831, and the business failed. He was defeated in the legislature in 1832, and then he tried business in 1833 and failed, was defeated for the legislature in 1834. He was defeated for the Speaker of the House in 1838. He was defeated for elector in 1840. He was defeated for Congress in 1843. He was defeated for Senate in 1855. He was defeated for Vice President in 1856. He was defeated for Senate in 1858. But after a while, Abraham Lincoln kept on running until he became the president. You got to learn to run the race that is set before you. And whatever race is before you, he said you got to run it with patience, because it's not a sprint. It's not 50 meters. If not the 100 meters. It's not a 400 meter, but it's a marathon race. You got to run with patience. Some days the running will be smooth and easy, but then there'll be some days when the running is rough. But just be patient and keep on running. You've got to run when your friends say you need to stop all that running and give up. You're not getting anywhere, but keep on running. You've got to run when your road gets rough and the going gets tough and the hill is hard to climb. Keep on running when sweat breaks out on your brow. Keep on running when it feels like you're going to fall out. Keep on running and don't look to the left and don't look to the right, because the writer says You ought to look unto Jesus, who is the author and the finisher of our faith. Only look at Jesus will put strength in your limbs. Just look. Out there on the horizon is the Savior. Keep on running, and if you fall down, get back up. Keep on running, and if you get weary, just keep on looking to Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith. Keep on running in the race of life. There's a cloud of witnesses who say, run on, my child. Everything will be all right. Run in the morning. Run at noonday. Run at the midnight hour. Run on Monday. Run on Tuesday. Run on Wednesday. Run on Thursday. Run on Friday. Run on Saturday. Run on Sunday. Run in January. Run in February. Run in March. Run in April. Run in May. Run in June. Run in July. Run in August. Run in September. Run in October. Run in November. Run in December. Run, run, run. Run. Some of you here tonight, old enough to remember a black girl by the name of Althea Gibson. She was a great sprinter. One day, she was in an important race. She was the anchor runner in a relay. The first leg took off, handed off to the second leg. Second leg took off, handed off to the third. Third leg took off and ran toward Althea. Althea was waiting there to take the handoff. But the third runner was so nervous that she misplaced the baton. And the baton fell on the ground. Althea looked back and saw the baton. Went back to get it. Picked it up. Turned back and put her eyes on the finishing line. She ran until she finished that race. Salisbury, sometimes when you're running in the race of the life, you may drop the baton. But if you drop it, don't sit down and cry about it. Don't sit down and complain. Don't blame the person who messed you up. You just go back